Hi, how you doing? I am Sean Patrick. Um, my YouTube channel and my Instagram is Fool of the 78, but my business is Tool of Hearts Tarot. It's a business my wife and myself run. Okay, but I just wanted to talk for a moment uh, about the Hierophant because I've been going through the cards very slowly, putting up a video on each of the cards, and I thought I would cover the Hierophant because that's the next one in the order here. And that's this guy right here, the Hierophant. Um, what could we say about the Hierophant? What could we talk about this card? What could we say about it? Well, the Hierophant in earlier tarot was called the Pope. Okay, and here on the Rider-Waite, or nowadays with tarot, it is the Hierophant. Uh, and we see the two pillars here. Okay, these two pillars are the pillars that we seen earlier with the High Priestess card. Okay, these have to do with the pillars of Solomon. Okay, the pillars of mercy and severity. Okay, and here the Hierophant sits in between both pillars, balancing those energies. Not so different from that classical idea of having an angel on one shoulder and then the devil on the other shoulder, giving us information. But it's the integration of those two things. And if you look up here, okay, to the top of the pillars, those symbols are supposed to do with sexual union and therefore integration. Okay, we see he has a crown, an elaborate crown on his head, and it's in three tiers. It is said that it is the material world, the formative world, and the creative world, whatever that means. I see this as rhythms of three. Okay, we could say create, sustain, destroy. We could say the cardinal, fixed, and mutable. All right, and we see that with this staff too. These three tiers. Okay, the mind, body, and spirit. All right. We'll run into these pillars again later with the Justice card, actually. Okay. Um, what else? What else could we say here about the Hierophant? Notice he gives the sign of the blessing. Okay, or as we call sword fingers in qigong. Um, this makes me think of the empty-handed path, meaning not having any ceremonial tools. What you could do with a wand or the FMA, you could really do empty-handed. Okay, this is a sign of power. Your power fingers. All right. He's cloaked in red. All right. We can associate this with a lot of things. Okay. Red is usually the color needed for action. It's the color of vitality, of fresh energy, of protection. Okay. Jump from me. It's the color of drive. All right. We have the two monks here. One has roses, the other has lilies. Okay, lilies have to do with the thought. Roses have to do with desires. Okay, so our mind and emotions really. You'll see on top of their head, monks have a tonsure. Okay, where they shave the top of their head. The tonsure is symbolic to receiving the divine infusion of God, right? That's why monks do that type of thing. Okay, it's that connecting to that seventh chakra. All right. I know a lot of people when I teach classes on tarot or talk to people about tarot. A lot of people seem to be a little put off by the Hierophant. To me, this is the male version of the high priestess. Okay, their roles are very similar, actually. Okay, high priestess reveals the mysteries to you. Okay, she has to do with psychic intuition. The Hierophant also has to do with intuition. Okay, he's giving you the keys you need. All right. How would you say it? Like his teaching is more orthodox. As with High Priestess, she's revealing secrets of the initiate, right? And the keys, you can't really tell in the most tarot decks, but it's supposed to be silver and gold. Okay, this is just a polarity. Okay, like a yin and a yang. One is a lunar energy, and the other is a solar energy. But I see the Hierophant is giving you the keys. Okay, he's teaching you how to do the thing for yourself. Now, in the Tree of Life, the Hierophant, the path of the Hierophant is between Hakma and Chased. Okay, so Hakma, that divine, benevolent male energy, and then Chased, which has to do with mercy, right? What else? What else can we say about the Hierophant here? I feel like there's more. I believe that W on his head, you really can't see it. You gotta look real good. There's that black W on his crown. That has to do with, that's a Hebrew letter. I want to say Vav, which means nail. So that's like, again, union. The Hierophant. Yeah. The Hierophant, when it comes up in a reading, has to do with guidance. There are times when we need to trust ourselves and the things we know, which is intuition too. But there's times we could kind of figure things out for ourselves and be self-taught. But a lot of times we really need the help of someone who's been there and done that, a teacher. A teacher could call us out on our own bullshit, and sometimes we need that in life, okay? It's important to have a good teacher, okay? And that's what this card is about. It's finding guidance outside yourself. I think in tarot, it typically means spiritual guidance, but I see this as any kind of guidance, okay? This could be a therapist, this could be a school teacher, any kind of guidance you're getting outside yourself, okay? Looking to someone else who has more insight, experience, and information that you do, okay? Someone that could show you how to do the thing. The teacher, okay? And sometimes we need a teacher in our life. And that's what the Hierophant's all about to me, okay? I think I mentioned this YouTube channel in the past. There is a YouTube channel you should check out. It's called The Nine-Sided Circle. In one of the earlier videos, they talked about the horizontal teaching versus the vertical teaching. Okay, this is kind of important when trying to find a teacher. With the vertical teaching, okay, you have the guru, okay, you have the master teacher up here, and you have all the students down here, and it's like they try to climb the ranks, okay? But with the vertical teaching, that teacher, the guru, wants to kind of keep his students as subordinates, okay? When you have a horizontal teaching, it's like we're all in this together. It's like a powwow. When the student grows, the teacher grows, okay? When the teacher grows, the student grows, okay? So that's important to know, because there's a lot of spiritual teachers out there, okay? And it's important for them to be the teacher, to be the guru, okay? To be the person on top, and then below them have acolytes, okay? When I teach classes, this is usually my disclaimer with people, the difference between a horizontal teaching and a vertical teaching. I want my students to grow and take this stuff further than I can, okay? And this was a discussion I was having earlier with some people. The work I do, Okay, I came to very reluctantly. There was a lot of self-evaluation as to why I wanted to do this work. And I feel that in this field, the New Age community, you have a lot of people who will have a spiritual experience, and instead of trying to process that, they go, oh, I think this is a career path for me, you know? So be aware of that. There are teachers out there, and it's important for them to be on top, to keep everyone below them, okay? For some, it's an ego trip, right? And then there's teachers out there that really want you to grow, okay? The Hierophant wants you to grow. He's giving you the keys here so you could do the thing yourself, okay? The Hierophant for me is really teaching you to look within yourself and acknowledge your own intuitive judgment. He's showing you how to do that, okay? What else do I want to say here? I think that's it. Although later I'll probably come up with something like, oh yeah, I should have mentioned that. So the Hierophant, also known as the Pope, okay? I might use this card in meditation when I'm trying to use my intuition a little more. I might use this card if I have to step into that role of a teacher. You might use this card in magic or altar work when you really need guidance, right? And that's what the Hierophant does. He gives you the guidance you need. And you could ask yourself, when in life did you need guidance? You know, when in life did you have to look to someone else because you couldn't figure the thing out? You needed that person to get a little more insight. You needed that person to kind of call you out on things, right? So that's it. I think that's all I got to say about the Hierophant. Okay. I am Sean Patrick. Thanks for watching. You can find me on Facebook, Two of Hearts Tarot. I teach classes and workshops, yada, yada, yada. Thanks for watching.